It is that time of year again, folks, when corporate businesses get to suck our money and our souls in exchange for Christmas gifts. That is right, it is nearing Christmas, and I've been looking at a lot of online guides that are just simply disappointing when it comes to tech gifts. Like, seriously, come on. Now, I'm guessing that most people probably don't want to spend a fortune on Christmas gifts, but also want to show that they care about the person that they're giving the gift to. And if you're watching this video, you're most likely torn on what to buy. However, I've spent the last few weeks compiling a big list of items to give to the techie in your household, and also what not to give them. Since this is quite a long list, all links and timestamps will be in the description below, and prices in this video are subject to change. Okay, we'll start with keyboards and mice. If you have a budget of around $35 and you're looking for a nice wireless mouse for gaming or work, look at the G305 Lightspeed, which is an excellent mouse, and it comes in both black and white. For a keyboard, unfortunately, there aren't many quality keyboards that are relatively cheap, so the only semi-budget keyboard that I could actually recommend is the GK61 at $50. It's compact, it has RGB, it's hot swappable, and has 3 different key switch options. Gateron Reds, which are a fully linear switch, Gateron Browns, which have a tactile bump, and Gateron Blues, which have a clicky noise and a tactile bump. If you're looking at buying a mouse for content creation such as video editing or photo editing, I would look at the Logitech MX Master. The MX Master series is a great lineup, and for $70 you can get a very nice mouse with a side grip and rotational dials as well as wireless connectivity. If you don't want to spend that much, there is this mouse and keyboard combo meant for work for $35. Now, if you know someone who wants to get into live streaming, one thing that can really enhance the quality of your live stream is a webcam. Now, I have 2 options. One is a $35 1080p 30 FPS webcam and a $50 1080p 60 FPS webcam. You can pair that with a $25 mic or a $40 mic. Personally, I would choose the $50 webcam and a $25 mic if you're on a budget, but it's really up to you. If you want to get them a headset with a decent microphone for streaming, I would recommend the Corsair HS50 Pro at $35 or the Corsair HS60 Pro at $50. Both are good options, but the HS60 has slightly better audio quality and surround sound. If you're looking for an entry-level gaming monitor to pair with a gaming or streaming setup, I would recommend this Acer monitor for $94 or a more expensive AOC monitor at $140. The main difference between the two is that the AOC has a refresh rate of 144 Hz, whereas the Acer monitor has a refresh rate of 75 Hz. So overall, gaming on the AOC monitor will be smoother in general. However, the Acer monitor is still a very good monitor for the money. Now, when it comes to audio, wireless audio is pretty much a must-have when it comes to traveling, walking around, and even when you're at your desk, wireless audio is nice so you have the freedom to get up and walk around. If you know someone who's constantly on the go and want to get them a wireless pair of earbuds, the Empow M12 wireless earbuds for $27 offers a decent battery life and quality, IPX8 waterproofing, and touch controls. Now, there are a lot of budget wireless earbuds on Amazon, and the main difference between all of them is very minor things, and I feel like at $27 this offers a very good listening experience as well as price to performance ratio. A lot of these earbuds will have very similar drivers and very similar sound experiences as well as fit and maybe potentially battery life, but overall it just comes down to very small things. If you want to buy wireless headphones, I have a $25 option and a $45 option. Personally, I would recommend the $45 Mapow H19s over the $25 headphones, but it's really up to you and your budget. If you want a decent sounding pair of speakers, I would recommend the Creative Pebble speakers, which are just $20 and also look pretty nice as well. Now, I know that the premise of this video is to recommend gifts to you guys that are not expensive and are still worth giving, but in case you want to spend a little more on a phone and a tablet, here are my recommendations. Okay, for phones, unfortunately, there aren't very many quality phones under $200 except for the iPhone 7. I feel like this is probably the only phone under $200 that I can really recommend. Apple iPhones are traditionally known for good build quality and just general good features, so I can highly recommend this at $200. Now, if you want to get a more recent iPhone, I'd recommend the iPhone SE 2020 at $320. Very fast chip, great features like Face ID, and a nice screen. Now, if you know someone who will be taking pictures a lot, like photography, not just taking selfies, then the Google Pixel 4a is going to be a much better option at $350. Okay, now let's talk about tablets. If you're on a budget of about $50, the Kindle Fire 7 is not something that I entirely recommend, but it's still fine for little kids to watch TV shows and whatnot. If you want to get a decent quality tablet that's good for a wider range of ages, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A at $200 is an excellent choice. Now, if you're buying someone a tablet for school, I would highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite because it has a pen included with it. And taking notes with a tablet and pen is a very nice experience and also helps a lot, especially with things like taking notes in Zoom. Also, if you know someone who likes to draw, this is also good for them. Okay, as we've seen the shift away from broadcast TV to things like Netflix, we've also seen the rise of network media players that allow you to use things like Netflix and YouTube within their interfaces. The two that I'd recommend are the Fire TV Stick and Roku. Now, the Fire TV Stick is $40 and the Fire TV Stick Lite is $25, the main difference being the lack of a TV power button on the Lite. The Roku Premier is $40 with the regular Roku being $30, and personally I would recommend Roku over the Fire TV Stick due to the navigation being a little bit cleaner. Now, if you're looking for a gift for a kid that likes to explore on their own, has an interest in computers or software development, I would highly recommend the Raspberry Pi 4. The Raspberry Pi is a cheap but capable computer that runs Linux and allows for kids to code various things such as a weather station, which I actually did for my 7th grade science fair project, a camera, or pretty much anything that computers are used in. For $50, you can get them a basic Raspberry Pi kit, but you'll also need a micro SD card like this 32GB one for $7.50 to go with it. You can also opt to get a fully functional Raspberry Pi 4 and a keyboard, so it's extremely compact and it includes a keyboard too. Okay, so that's a roundup of tech gifts to give. If you want to check out any of the products, they will be in the description below. By using my links, I also get a partial commission, which is completely free to you and also helps support the channel. All right, see you guys next time.